Hello and welcome to Story in Stone. My name is Amanda and I am the founder of Story in Stone, and this is April's monthly reading. If you're a new viewer here, I'd like to say welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. If you're a returning viewer, I'd like to say thank you for returning to view my videos. Your support truly does mean so much to me. If you do like what you see here, I would love for you to subscribe, like, comment or share, because it really helps me to get in front of other people, especially on YouTube, where YouTube's algorithms will put me in front of more people, and you never know, your share could be the share that lets someone see my video who really needed to hear my message today. So we're here for the April reading. It's looking pretty good, I must say. The cards I'm using today are the Gold Foil Tarot, which I don't have the box anymore, but that's what their back looks like. And then I'm also just going to draw one or two cards from the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Linn as well. Okay, so I've already laid the spread out, and for our overview we have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So there's some really positive energy there. The Page of Wands can represent new beginnings, but the Wands are all about your motivation and your creativeness, and it's a real fire energy. So, well, it is fire energy, it's represented by the element fire. So it's a very quick moving energy. It's about your passions, it's about creative ideas coming through, and it's something that's very fast moving. So maybe an idea has come through and all of a sudden the ball is rolling and things are coming together so that you can start putting that actual idea into manifestation. It might also represent someone that you know, a younger person most probably, or someone young at heart, who is very motivated, very passionate, and it can sometimes be a little bit annoying because they're so passionate about what they love. They might have the habit of coming in and sort of stepping on people's toes in their enthusiasm to start ideas or to get their ideas across. So if there's someone in your life like that, you're most probably going to have a lot to do with them this month. But I feel like it's more the energy of the Page of Wands. So that energy of a new beginning that has something to do with your passions and creativity, something to do with maybe your spirituality, that type of thing. Now we have the Nine of Cups as well, which is all about you've got your ducks in a row. You know, this is a really positive month for achieving what you've wanted to achieve. You've worked hard to get to where you want to go, and the Nine of Cups really displays that in an emotional sense. So you're feeling like you've got either your relationships on track, friendships on track, or you've built this foundation of support where you can be supported and they'll be supported. And you really almost reach that summit where you have that kind of setup as well. So it's a pretty positive overview. Then I get back into the nitty-gritty, and I see that we have the Justice card, which is a major arcana card. So it's talking about a major change coming along, and we've got another two major arcana cards. So April could be the month where you see major transitions or major changes in your life. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Justice card can actually physically mean that you're in a legal battle at the moment, and it will be found that it will end in your favor, basically. But what it means also is that it's about balance, about knowing yourself and knowing what you need to be balanced, basically. It can be very black and white. So, and it could also mean that whatever you're doing, you need to do it the traditional way. And doing it the traditional way without compromising on who you actually are. So it's a very, very major Arcana card, but it's also very, very all about right and wrong, good and bad, that type of thing. So, you know, balancing it up, and it can also be about karma as well. So is it time for you to pay some of your karmic debt, basically? It's a little bit similar in that way to the Judgment card, which people often get mixed up, which is all about spiritual awakening. But that card is more about karmic, the end of your karmic cycle, like you've come to the end of it. So you've either paid for what you've done beforehand, or you've received your reward for what you've done in a roundabout way. It's a lot more complicated than that, but so there's a bit of that karma coming through with that Justice card. So if you haven't been particularly good, you might find that karma comes and bites you in the ass in April. Just be prepared. Now the Seven of Pentacles is about being patient and knowing that sometimes things have to go on in the background before you can take the next step. So often many people use a seed to explain this. So you plant the seed and you water it and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then finally you see a little green leaf pop its head out of the soil, and it looks like it's been doing nothing until that little green leaf pops its head up, but actually lots of things have been going on underneath the ground to get that little leaf to pop up. This card represents that you just have to have the patience just to wait while things happen in the background for the projects or the situations that you've started, that you might just need to wait patiently for other things to happen before you're given the go-ahead to take the next step. So there may be some of that as well, which sort of fits in well with the Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands represents new beginnings to me, but as with the Aces as well, they represent ideas. They don't actually represent putting things into action. So they represent things like research and working out what you're going to need, like what resources do you need, what tools do you need, what people's skills do you need, that type of thing, rather than actually starting the actual project. So the Seven of Pentacles it is quite happily matched to that card, because it's sort of saying, okay, you've started the ball rolling, now you just have to wait for things to gather in the background before you can go any further. Okay, in our challenges for April, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Fool card, which is another major Arcana card. Now the Five of Pentacles is usually about financial stress and loss. So someone might have lost their job, or are feeling stressed out about finances in whatever way. I mean, that would be all of us, don't you think, with the cost of living at the moment and the way things are going. Most people are financially stressed at the moment, or think they're financially stressed. This card is very much about that. So that could be one of your challenges, that you're feeling the weight of having to pay the bills and to be responsible and all that sort of stuff. But what this card also shows is that it's a picture of two people walking past a church, and the church is actually got a light on. So what this card also says is, if you just look up, there may be people there that can help you. So maybe ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask someone for help. So that could be your challenge, is that if you're feeling that financial pressure, are you able to, is there anyone that you can go to for financial help, basically? The Fool. Now the Fool card to me is always quite a positive card, because it's a saying, just have faith, take a leap of faith and go for it. You know, it tells us that we're here for an adventure. So as a challenge, I feel like you might be more in the Fool's shadow side, which is being overcome by fear. Not wanting to have faith in things because maybe you feel like you've been let down before. So you don't want to take that chance of, I'll have faith in this and, hopefully it'll work out, that type of thing. So I really feel like this is talking about the challenges of the Fool's shadow side. So thinking that you don't need to have faith. So not believing in yourself for one thing, or the universe providing for you. If you're religious, having a crisis of faith with your religion. But to me, this is saying there's something that's stopping you from actually taking a step forward, and it could possibly have to do with the new project that we talked about in the first layout of the cards. So it's really about finding your faith, finding the ability to step off that precipice and see what happens. Then we have in the opportunities card, we have another a major arcana card. We have the Chariot. And then we also have the Seven of Swords, which is not a very good card, but we'll see what the opportunity is for that. Let me talk about the Chariot first. The Chariot energy is really, really quick moving. And it talks about being able to have two different desires or two different things going on at once, and being able to pull them in together so that they're going in the same direction. Not having one going this way and one going this way, and you don't know where, whether you're Arthur or Martha. This card is saying be prepared. Things are going to go very quickly, but the biggest thing is always remain in control of the direction that you're going. So know exactly what you want. So that's your opportunity to know what you want. So take the time to think about what direction you're going in, because this month could be the time when you see that you have an opportunity to do something, but if you're not with it, you're going to miss that opportunity. Now, the Seven of Swords is usually about betrayal. It can represent actual theft. So if you're not one of these people who locks windows and doors at night, maybe you should do that for April. Don't leave valuables in cars, things like that. It can actually just physically mean that. However, because it's in the challenge, in the opportunity part of the layout, I feel like it's more about the betrayal of yourself. So I think this is a chance for you to be honest with yourself. Now, if you've been screwing someone over and, lying to them or betraying them, or if you've actually physically stole something, this card is saying to you, retribution. Own up to it, or else karma is going to come and take what is hers. So it could just be physically that, but I feel like it's more about being honest with yourself about the situation that you're in, about whatever's going on in your life at the moment. So it could be being honest with yourself about the job that you're in. Do you really love it? Or should you maybe start looking for something else, or start planning an exit strategy? It could also be honest about yourself in regards to study that you're doing, or a relationship that you're in, or the health kick that you're on, are you really committed to it? That type of thing. So there's this opportunity there to be actually brutally honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself, stop lying to others, and just be honest. And if you have physically stolen something or betrayed someone, then this card is saying this is your opportunity to fix that situation. So, as I said, it looks like it's a pretty good month, but there are some challenges and some opportunities there which some people will not be brave enough to actually do, especially the owning up to, I took those diamond earrings and pawned them because I needed the money. Or, I've been cheating with your best friend for a month now, blah, blah, blah. So, I can see shit hitting the fan for people who don't take note of the opportunities and the challenges. But if you're honest with yourself, if you look at things from a different perspective, if you're having a crisis of faith, getting help for that, asking for counseling or speaking to someone that you trust, if you need help, just being there and knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel, there is going to be better days, and that maybe you can ask for help. Okay. So I'm just going to draw a couple of cards from the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Linn. Just seeing if there's any further guidance for us for April 2025 that will help us have a relatively good month. Okay, so I've gotten 3 cards. I've drawn 3 cards, so let's just see what they say. We've got the wood nymphs, and they're all about beauty. We've got the elves for playfulness, and the thicket of thorns for uncertainty. Straight away, I'm getting information about remembering not to let your self-care drop. Especially if you're incredibly busy. As I said, there's a lot of very fast energy in the reading this month, so this is saying make sure you keep your balance. That would be that Justice card as well. Keep your balance, so don't let your self-care routine drop at the first sign of stress. The next thing that I'm getting is to remain playful. We always manifest better when we are in a good frame of mind. And the way to stay in a good frame of mind is to be a little bit playful. If you find it hard to do that, if you have children or if you have access to children, and I don't mean that in a really sleazy, horrible way, but if you have like your nieces and nephews or your grandchildren, maybe spend some time and they will help put you in a playful mood. So that you can carry that into your everyday life, just to remain a bit playful, a bit light, and things should flow for you easier. And then for the uncertainty card, I'm being told that you should learn to be okay with uncertainty. So what I'm saying there is that we can't possibly know everything that's going to happen or that can happen. You can't possibly do that. So you have to be okay with the fact that sometimes you won't know the answer or you won't know which way it's going to go. You just have to have faith, which goes back to that Fool card about maybe having loss of faith. This card is saying that it's okay to not have certainty in everything, even though it can be very, very scary. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick read of these. Okay, so the spirit of the wood nymph says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and splendor will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. So there's a little bit more to it. So it's saying not only about the self-care, but also just surround yourself with beauty. So if that's just a bunch of flowers that you've cut from your garden or picked up at the supermarket on your way home, just, little things like that, or watching the sunset, things like that, just remember to bring those into your life. Then we've got the elves. And the spirit of the elves says, embrace your innocence, let go of heavy responsibilities, give yourself a break, nurture your spirit by doing something fun. Joy is as important for sustaining yourself as the food you eat. So that's just reiterating the message that has come through for me too, that you need that fun, you need that lightness to help you manifest what you truly desire in your life. And it's not just a luxury, it's a necessity that you do that. And then the last one is a thicket of thorns. Okay, so the spirit of the thicket of thorns says timing is everything. Let go of the struggle, you'll gain great rewards. Sorry, I'm just going to have a look here. Okay, so this is also talking about when you are uncertain of which direction to take, stop, be still, listen to your intuition. It will tell you which way to go. And it also talks about not struggling, so not doing stuff for the sake of doing it. Just stop and trust your intuition will tell you where you need to be. And talking about if you're not certain about something, don't lie to yourself or to others. Accept the truth that you don't know the answer or you don't know the way forward. So yeah, that's about it. That's about all that I can add for that card. So there's some extra guidance for you to make April a month as good as possible. So that's it for me today. Oh, I did just want to mention, which I should have mentioned at the beginning. Look, this is a reading for the collective, so a lot of people. So it may not resonate with you, and that's fine. Okay, just turn the video off and go about your day. But sometimes there will be things in there that you go, oh yeah, that really resonated with me. I feel like I'm being told that I need to listen to that. So there might be bits and pieces of the reading that really resonate with you, or all of it may resonate with you. Any of that is fine because it is for a collective. So it might not necessarily be something that resonates with you. Okay, so that's it for this month. I hope you have a great April, and I will see you in the next video.